Juneteenth. My prayer to God for Israel is that Israel might be saved. I want to give all the honor, glory, and praises to Yahawah, Bahasham YAHAWASHI, Bahasham RAWACHAA QADASH. Double honor to my elders at Great Millstone who rule well. Sing honors to the elect. Peace and blessings be to all the sincere men, women, and children that do consist of the 1/3, and to the confusion, the faces in the four corners of the earth. Shalom. I know Juneteenth pretty much is talking about the emancipation of quote unquote black folks, but really the whole nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. But Judah is the head tribe of all 12 tribes, which would be the so-called Negroes today. So I'm going to open up with a precept. This is Jeremiah chapter 8, verse 20 through 21. The harvest is past, the summer is ended, and we are not saved. For the hurt of the daughter of my people and my hurt, I am black, astonishment hath taken hold on me. Now, as you can see on the screen, what is Juneteenth? On January 1st, 1863, President Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation. Emancipate just means a transfer of power. So rather than the South, right, the South gonna rise again, no. Rather than the South getting 100% profit off of our free labor, America at that time, they wanted to have states, they wanted to have a government. So that's what the quote-unquote Civil War was about. It had nothing to do with wanting to really free us. It wanted to make everyone a corporate slave. All right, watch the movie Solomon Northup. That really happened. A quote-unquote free man was asked to go to the South to be a musician for them. I think he ended up getting drugged, and then he was reinstated again as being a slave. Right? So it had nothing to do with freeing us. It was about making more profit off of everyone by taxing everyone. Right? So going back, sadly, it took more than 2 years for that news to reach enslaved African Americans in Galveston, Texas. On June 19, 1865, we honor and celebrate the day that all, I'm going to read it verbatim, Black Americans, which would be Judahites, became free, and we continue, let this sink in, and we continue to fight for racial equality for all Black Americans. That's foolishness. It's supposed to be, quote unquote, you're free. It's like I tell people today when they say, you need to stop talking about this, about the past and slavery and this and that. That was the past. I'm like, listen here. They will never accept you. They will only tolerate you. Our people will never understand it. This is spiritual warfare. Yeah, we look at them as Caucasian. They look at us as Negroes, Latinos, and Native American. But this stems way back to Jacob and Esau. That's something that they just don't understand. But anyhow, I'm going to segue over. I want you to pay attention. This is a book called Without Sanctuary. These lynchings happened after 1865. And I'm going to prove it. It goes to show you that it doesn't matter what they wrote. It's in the power of their hand. Right? I'm going to read Micah 2:1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it. They go to bed thinking about ways they can constantly oppress us. Right? Listen to this part, though. Because it is in the power of their hand. See, they used to use the whip to get us in line. Now they use the stroke of a pen to get you in line. They pass laws. But going back to this book, Without Sanctuary, lynching photography in America. And this is a quote from Richard Lacayo from the Times Magazine. This is on the front of the cover of the book. It says, quote, Without Sanctuary is a great and terrible book. It's an album of peacetime atrocities during which hundreds of Kodaks clicked, unquote. Let that sink in, y'all. So, check this photo out. You may be able to see that's a woman, an Israelite woman hanging from a bridge. Who all at the top? Edomite men, who would be known as Caucasians today. I perceive this to be her son. Matter of fact, I think it might be her daughter. I read the book. And it gives you the backstory on what these photos were for. So the first postcards really were what? Pictures of us being hung. Remember when they say on the postcard, wish you was here? That's exactly what they meant by that. What was a barbecue? When they burned us alive. They on the back of the postcard said we had a barbecue the other night. And look at this, y'all. Pay attention. What circa is that? That's 1911. So why are you celebrating Juneteenth? Ain't nothing changed. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. Segue over. Now, I don't see a circa or error on here, a date, but look in the back. Don't that resemble a Ford Model T? So this was during the 1900s, y'all. The 20th century. The hell you celebrating for? Right? We're not saved. We're not free. All right? America's one big dog part and everybody just running around like dogs thinking they're free. No, you're just privileged. No different than driving a vehicle. Yeah, you can drive a vehicle all you want, but without a license, there'd be consequences. All right? Segue over to another photo. Look at this, y'all. Look at this. Women there too. Look at, they go Karens. They go to Karens. I'm gonna try and stay calm because look at this. Marion, Indiana, if I'm not mistaken. August 1930. Can I share something with y'all? My late grandmother, who's in the spirit world, was born 1928. I see why she always was, yes, sir, and this and that when she was around them folks. That lady lived through MLK assassination, JFK assassination, Black Panther, all of that. Jim Crow, she lived through all of that. She passed away when she was 94. Oh, she lived a good life. And believe it or not, y'all, she passed away on quote-unquote Mother's Day. The same morning my mother and her sister went to go see her. She was resting in her bed. Not going to wake up anytime soon till next time. If you understand what I'm saying. Man, the Lord is cold, man. In a beautiful way when I say that. And they know I don't celebrate Mother's Day. Now, check this out. Was Jim Crow a real person? I'm going to read this really quick. I'm going to get through it. I'm going to give you the backstory of Jim Crow. Remember the Jim Crow laws, right? Okay. The term Jim Crow typically refers to repressive laws and customs once used to restrict Black Americans, Judahites, rights, but the origin of the name itself actually dates back to before the Civil War. So Juneteenth, the Emancipation Proclamation, pretty much saying you are no longer slaves, you are free. But that did not change the mind state of the same people that had us in captivity, Esau. Right? Man. So in the early 1830s, though, the white or the Edomite actor Thomas Dartmouth Daddy Rice was propelled to stardom. First thing that came to my mind when I read that, I was thinking about Django. Was propelled to stardom by performing minstrel routines as the fictional, quote, Jim Crow, unquote, a caricature of a clumsy, dim-witted, Black, quote, unquote, enslaved man. It's crazy how they always say we're dumb, we're stupid, but like, go online, just type in Black inventors. All these conveniences will make your life so easy. Yeah, it came from us. But can you imagine, how the hell did we obtain this knowledge when we was being oppressed and raped and robbed and burned alive and lynched and all this for centuries? Because the children of Israel are the form of all things. We are the Israelites, but that's another story. We'll talk about that another time. Rice claimed to have first created the character after witnessing an elderly Black man, Israelite man, singing a tune called, quote, Jump Jim Crow, quote. So it's really a derogatory term, y'all. Listen here. In Louisville, Kentucky, he later appropriated the Jim Crow persona into a minstrel, minstrel, for those of you who are not watching, act where he donned blackface and performed jokes and songs in a stereotypical dialect. Hearken. For example, Jump Jim Crow, including the popular refrain. Listen here, y'all. I'm going to read it exactly how they typed it. Wheel about and turn about and do just so. Every time I wheel about, I jump Jim Crow. So he was saying it just like that. Mocking. Stereotype, right? Rice's minstrel act proved a massive hit among Edomite audiences, and he later took it on tour around the United States and Great Britain. As the show's popularity spread, Jim Crow became a widely used derogatory term for black people. Mm, 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 mm. Check this out. Jim Crow's popularity as a fictional character eventually died out, but in the late 19th century, the phrase found new life as a blanket term for a wave of anti-black laws or anti-Israelite laws laid down after Reconstruction. All right, I'm going to stop right there. Now, I'm going to just type in Jim Crow laws real quick. Jim Crow laws. Because like I said, I keep talking about the freedom for quote unquote black people, right? But I want to show y'all something. Lord willing, they show this sign really quick. I don't want to be too long. But boom. This is what I wanted. The YAHAWASHI. Listen here, look at what it say. We serve whites only. No Spanish and Mexicans. So we remember it said Judah and Israel was oppressed together, right? So all the tribes were oppressed together during this time. Okay? Check this out. I knew there was another one that said we don't serve blacks, dogs, and Mexicans. I remember that. I never forget it. But you get the point though, right? You get the point. And this was the Jim Crow laws came about what, 1960? So this was almost a century later. That hatred was still inside of them. Remember what it said? Thou had a perpetual hatred. You did show no mercy. I'm going to try and remain calm. Be angry, but sin not. Reconstruction. Reconstruction 1865 through 1877. The turbulent era following the Civil War was the effort to reintegrate Southern states from the Confederacy, remember what the Civil War was about, and 4 million newly freed people into the United States. Like I say, man, you will never be accepted, just tolerated. Under the administration of President Andrew Johnson in 1865 and 1866, wasn't he the one that did the Trail of Tears? If I'm not mistaken, new Southern state legislators passed restrictive black codes to control the labor and behavior of former enslaved people and other African Americans. Let me type that in real quick. Trail of Tears. Perpetrated U.S. federal government. Let me just type it real quick. I don't want to make this too long, y'all, but I have to. Andrew Jackson. I'm sorry. The other one was Johnson. But you get the point. Our people, we was oppressed together, y'all. 1838, 1839. So this was like 30 years, no, about 27 years before the Emancipation of Proclamation. We always being oppressed, y'all. Let me read these precepts and close out. Isaiah 51:14. The captive exile hasteneth that he may be loosed, and that he should not die in the pit. The pit is the system, nor that his bread should fail. And side note, remember the movie it was on Netflix called The 13th Amendment? That amendment will reinstate you back into slavery via the prison system. And majority of our people are in the prison system. Majority of the time, falsely. Remember Rosewood? That Edomite woman got beat up by her Edomite husband. She claimed a nigga did it. Had all them people massacred. She lied. What happened to Emmett Till? Oh, he whistled at me. She lied. Because even on her deathbed, that devil said that it never happened. Why all of a sudden you want to bring it out? Because you going to see your maker. Man, these people, man. Calm down. Here's the point, though, about us. This Juneteenth and all that, we're not saved. Jeremiah 29:11 through 15. For I know the thoughts that I think toward you, saith the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end. Don't expect it from man, right? Then shall ye call upon me, remember, in the land of their captivity, they shall call upon my name, and ye, that's in Baruch, and ye shall go and pray unto me, and I will hearken unto you. The name is vital, IURC. And ye shall seek me and find me, and when ye shall search for me with all your heart, seeing it was for your mind to go astray from the Lord, seek him 10 times more. It just hit me right now. Verse 14. And I will be found of you, saith the Lord. Remember, Yahawashi said, my sheep hear my voice. St. John, the 10th chapter. And I will turn away your captivity, not some emancipation and proclamation. The Lord will. And I will gather you from all the nations and from all the places whither I have driven you. The Lord gonna gather us. Not some baffler declaration neither. Saith the Lord, and I will bring you again unto the place whence I caused you to be carried away captive, not Africa, back to Israel. Because ye have said, the Lord, YAHAWASHI, hath raised us up prophets in Babylon. Are we not here again today? The prophets of old are here. The spirit of the prophets ascended to the prophets. We are here chatting down Babylon in these last days. And my closeout precept, Romans 10:1. Brethren, my heart's desire and prayer to God for Israel is that they might be saved. So with that being said, I pray you edify and fed, stay in the spirit, don't fear it, just endure it. Ask for forgiveness, pray without ceasing, stay humble, remain diligent. Kwam Allah, Mufla Babal, Shalom.